Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about something. Today we're going to be talking about Sony's bad business decisions. Their company that just... I don't know, man. It's getting to the point where it's starting to get fucking ridiculous. So let's get into it. If you if you haven't heard, or if you've been kind of living under a rock or whatever, I think it was after Microsoft's press conference at E3, you know, with the big Minecraft thing, where like, oh my God, Minecraft is gonna be cross-network play, and then Sony came out and said, yes, we will not be supporting this feature. And the reason the reason they came up with is the most lamest excuse I have ever heard. It is the most lamest, disgustingest excuse. A company, it's like I don't. It's kind of like they went up to their PR guy and said, "Hey, hey, man, you know, Xbox. They just announced the cross network Minecraft thing. We need you to come up with the most lamest excuse that we can tell our fans why we're not doing it." And there's like, "Oh yeah, because you know, just say, hey, we need to protect the children who are on PlayStation 4." My God, Billy, that's a great idea there, Billy Bob. Whoever your PR guy is, Sony, fire that man. Because that is a lame fucking excuse. Now, I get it. Minecraft isn't for everybody, you know, but you gotta admit, even if you don't play Minecraft, it would be a cool feature for everybody to play with everybody else on all platforms. It would be a cool feature. But then again, there goes Sony ruining another thing in gaming. I don't get it, Sony. Sony, do you just not like running your company anymore, or is it you just is your motto just a kind of conspiracy for something else? Because, you know, your motto is power to the players. Maybe it's more like torture to the players, because let's talk about some of the stuff. Okay, Sony CEO, the people who fire the CEO, who's ever in charge of that, of Sony, I want you to listen to some of the details I'm about to give about your company and some of the things they've announced since that CEO has been running Sony. So yeah, let's start with the most popular two. PlayStation Now, one of the most garbage things in gaming. To pay $20 to play classic games a month. Now, don't get me wrong, Xbox kind of does it a little differently, and I'm going to go with Xbox's, just kind of give an example, because Xbox is the only one who does backwards compatibility. So, for example, when you buy a Xbox 360 game on Xbox Live, I buy digital, so like I said, we're just going to go with digital. They charge $30 for that game, and that's fine. And, you know, I get that's a little more than paying $20 a month, but here's the thing, my friends. When you pay for that game, you own it. If you delete it, if you ever delete, at least I think it's the same as Xbox One games. If you delete it, you get to re-download it. You can re-download the content. And yes, if you had an Xbox 360 version of that game, you can buy that game and you can just put it in your Xbox One. That is why backwards compatibility is better than PlayStation Now. You want to know another reason why? I do believe Xbox 360 games with backwards compatibility can live stream from their Xbox. You want to know what you can't do on PlayStation Now? You cannot live stream on PlayStation Now. At least when I tried the free trial, you couldn't do that. So yeah, PlayStation Now is a joke. You know, it would be a little different if they had the PlayStation Now, but you could still at least buy the games and own them. But they don't have that feature in there, and I think it's fucking stupid. So yeah, Sony, You need to cut. I was not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping at what your E3 press conference you were gonna cut that off and go with backwards compatibility, but I can see you're still stubborn. You still don't know how to run your fucking company. You're kind of just doing it for yourself. You don't actually give gamers anything. Like I said, you had some great games to show off, but I highly doubt that you're really doing any of that for us. You're just doing it because you know we're suckers, or that's how you think of us anyway. You think we're suckers and, oh, look at all these idiots that are going to give us all their money. You know what I mean? That's probably how they think about us. Alright, so that was the first thing. Let's talk about the second thing. PlayStation Plus. Now, first off, Xbox, Sony, you just need to stop. You need to fucking stop with this fucking pay, you have to pay to get online service, okay? Here's the thing. I liked it the way it used to be, where you used to not have to, you could play online for free. You didn't need to you didn't need to buy PlayStation Plus, fucking stupid. And now, with the PS4 and Xbox One coming in, they are now charging people to play online, and I think it's such a greedy move. It's such a stupid move. Not only that, PlayStation took it one step forward, and I think it was last year where they said, hey, guess what? We're increasing the price of PlayStation Plus. And you want to know what's so funny about that? The fact that they give you shitty fucking games for charging $60 a year. Absolutely disgusting, Sony. You fucking greedy pricks. So, but it does start to seem like they're getting the picture. We want better games. If you're going to charge $60 a year, you need to at least give us an old AAA game once a month. If not, something at least kind of appealing, you know what I mean? Nothing against the indie games. I'm not trying to hate on the indie games, but it's more of just, hey, you're charging $60 fucking a year. You better give us, 12 AAA old game titles, or at least something that's appealing, a little more appealing than indie games. Like I said, not trying to hate on the indie games, but that's my thoughts on it. So yeah, Sony, you just need to, Xbox too, you just need to charge you need to take PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live, get that shit out of here, make it its own thing. Online should be free, because that's how PC gamers have it. They don't have to play online. They don't have to pay for online, except for their internet provider. So I think that's how it should be. So yeah. Let's talk about the third thing. Sony, one of Sony's most greatest things they've ever done. The fact that they came out and announced there will not be mods. You cannot have external assets. You cannot have that. But here's the thing with this. The announcement of Creation Club from Bethesda makes me scratch my head, because it does say the Creation Club will be on PS4. Now, I don't know if it's the same thing with the mods, if it's just, gonna be anything that's in the game, if we're gonna get fucked and we're only gonna get shitty mods. But who knows, maybe Bethesda can work with them closer some more and try to figure something out. But I don't know, maybe Sony kind of knew what was going on with Bethesda, and they were like, we don't want any part of that. But now it seems like maybe something might happen with that, but I don't know. But think about it like this, guys. When Skyrim Special Edition came out, when Fallout 4 came out, sorry, I get kind of confused between 3 and 4. When Fallout 4 came out, think how great those games would have been with full mod support, with external assets. You could, have armor mods, you could have, weapon mods. Those games would have been amazing games. I love Skyrim, don't get me wrong, it's a great vanilla game, same with Fallout 4, but the mods are what make you stick around, and they're what make you keep on playing. So it was kind of disappointing and kind of make people sad that they weren't getting full mod support on PS4. And hopefully Bethesda's still working with them on trying to get that to work, because I think that would be great. But yeah, Sony, that was kind of fucked up. I'm trying to think, did they have any other fucking things? Uh, And no, I think that's it. Just the thing with the Minecraft, the whole cross network play without not in Rocket League, not in Minecraft. It's kind of ridiculous, Sony. You're just kind of holding back gaming, you know what I mean? The future of gaming is now. It's here. And Sony, with all this shit you're doing, you're just kind of taking steps back. You're taking us back in the past in gaming. No. No, it's about the future of gaming. You need to take us forward, not back in the past. So, who's ever running Sony, fire him. Fire him. Get Adam Boyle, I think that's what his name was. Get Adam Boyle back, because that motherfucker at least knew how to run a company. He at least knew how to help run a company. The fucking people over at Sony, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Don't get me wrong, they have some amazing games they showed off. But when it comes to the business side of Sony, PlayStation, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They have their heads up their ass. They have their heads in their vagina. Here's what I feel like the people at Sony do. Okay, you have the interns, or, you know, the people who work at the desks, and, you know, they're guys and they're girls, and they're pretty much just fucking. It's probably like a jungle. They're just fucking, you know, the boss probably walks in, hey, knock that shit off. But they're like, yeah, you know, you're just gonna make all the dumb decisions anyway that are gonna ruin gaming, so fuck you. We're gonna fuck, and we're gonna, you know. I feel like that's what they're doing, because that's what's gotta be happening over at Sony with these stupid decisions. You have your interns and all the people that work for you fucking because your ideas are fucking dumb. I don't know who is running Sony PlayStation, but my friend, you don't know how to run a company. I guess I can't really speak because I don't have a degree in business school or whatever the fuck you have to do to run a company, but I don't have that, and I know that some of the stuff you're doing is so fucking stupid. And then here's the thing that gets me. They come up with this lame excuse like, oh yeah, you know, cross network play, you know, we just don't want to ruin, we have a lot of kids who play on PS4. We don't want them, we don't know how to filter that content and stuff. So we're not going to do it right now. That's the stupidest, lamest excuse I've ever heard from a PR company, from a company. You know what I mean? Like that. I guarantee you, when you said that, Sony, everyone who does PR for a big, huge company just laughed at you and said, "Who the fuck was that guy that gave him that excuse?" Because that is the most ridiculous fucking excuse I've ever heard. And if that is true, it's like, I'm sure the parents heard that and they're like, oh, wow, Sony's such a great guy. They're a bunch of great guys over there at Sony. No, they just don't know what the fuck to say, so they came up with that lame fucking excuse. It's like, man, I get it. Not everybody enjoys Minecraft, but you gotta even admit to yourself that would have been a cool feature. And it would be a cool feature to Rocket League that you could play with Xbox One and PC. But, you know, Sony wants to take us back in the future of gaming. They don't want to move us into the future. It's like so ridiculous, dude. Yeah, so see, whoever can fire the CEO of Sony, you better do it fast, because if this motherfucker keeps running this company, you might not be ahead of the war for very much longer. So yeah, I think it's ridiculous, and I think Sony needs to fucking get their head out of their fucking vagina and their fucking ass, and they need to fucking figure out what the players want, not just, oh, well, you know, we're a bunch of business suits. We sit in our glass ivory towers with hookers fucking sucking our dick because that's how much money we have. You know, they need to figure out what the fuck they're doing, and they need to start giving back to the players. When you run a company, it's not about what the fuck you want. Yeah, of course your goal is to make money. I get that. But it's also to say, hey, you know, this would be a really cool idea for our company. Let's allow it. Let's let companies do what they need to do to make us the best platform. So Minecraft can have cross network play, Rocket League can have that. Bethesda can do their full mod support. You know, PlayStation now, fuck that shit. That shit is dog shit. It'd be a little better if you could stream the games, but you can't, so it's dog shit. $60 a year for PS Plus. If you're gonna charge for that, you need to fucking give some old AAA games, or at least up the value of the games a little bit. It's starting to seem like you're starting to get it, but we'll see down the road if you keep up that trend. So yeah, guys, just Sony needs to get their fucking head out of their ass. I'll give you the congrats, Sony, you won E3, but some of these business moves you're doing are fucking ruining gaming. So I'm going to end the video there, guys. If you watch, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Badass Wolf Gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.